Hi, I'm Fish, and you're going to be seeing me very soon on Bonkers.
That's the reason we all Americans drink coffee.
Are you going to the party? Are you going to the Boston Tea Party? Going to the party? Are you going to the Boston Tea Party? Going to the party? Are you going to the Boston Tea Party? Going to the party? Are you going to the Boston
Being a singer is the most unenjoyable profession while being on tour. It's the most stressed out one. Singers, when they get days off, so especially when they get double beds, when if you're travelling on a bus all the time, and when you get time off, you tend to rest rather than go out and either party or do the sights. The band see the sights and they do the videos and bring them back and show me what the town was like.
You're staying in the hotel.
Yeah, but Utrecht, I got out last night after the show, and Utrecht is, I would love to have a flat here. I would, on the canal in the centre. I mean, it's like, I just love it, it's a beautiful
You have been here in the summer?
Yeah, I've been here loads of times. I mean, for years. I mean, I just really like the city. It's just beautiful.
We're actually caterers for Fish. We're on tour with Fish. Well, he had it was an egg mayonnaise starter, and then he had beef cobbler with potatoes and spinach and bread and butter pudding. So, yeah.
Sandwiches and soup for his lunch, and possibly a few cans of Tennant's lager, but we don't know about that.
I don't wake up in the morning and look in the mirror and go, gee, isn't this great to be a rock star?
Well, I don't think any rock star does.
Some of them
do.
I know some.
You know some,
But yeah, I mean, it's, I far prefer, I mean, I like my private life. I mean, I do like it when it does appear. I worship Sundays. I mean, the day off when the phone doesn't ring and the brown letters don't come through the brown envelopes don't come through the hole in the door. I mean, I like that, and I like, if I go out with my wife or whatever, or, I'm out with friends, I like to keep an air of privacy. I don't want to be Fish all the time. But it's very difficult, but most of the fans that I do have, they respect that. I mean, it's not like being... I think if you create a sort of vibe around you, where, say, for example, like Duran Duran did in the early 80s, where, they're very untouchable and very suave and very sophisticated, and they're only seen at certain parties, rubbing shoulders with the glitterati of society, and always arrive in helicopters or limos and live in five-star hotels, then you create the distance.
Yes.
And I don't have that. You're more likely to see me down the bar than in a nightclub.
Jij hoort bij de organisatie van de fanclub. Moet ik nog een vraag bedenken? Oké.
Fish heeft vooral tijdens de concerten, erg veel contact met het publiek. Hij spreekt het publiek heel erg aan. En daarna voelen mensen zich dus ook dichter bij de artiest aan dan bij de gemiddelde popartiest. En dat ze zich daarom sneller opgeven voor een fanclub.
We zijn eigenlijk één grote familie met Fish als pa, laat ik het zo maar noemen. Vrienden, we komen allemaal bij Fish thuis over de vloer. En de man die geeft en geeft. En wederom een wisselwerking en het gaat perfect.
With the fans, you look at a fan as an employer, and I have, a lot of employers. I mean, because they buy the records and buy the concert tickets and buy T-shirts, it means that I'm able to keep my thing going and I can move on to the next album, the next tour. Therefore you've got to treat them with respect.
You've got a very great talent for being a comic. Did you realize that? Because
that was because when I was at school I was a very fat guy, and because I was tall, and because my real name is Derek William Dick, which, you know, as you know in German means fat, and is also a slang name for penis. When you're a teenager coming up through school, that was not a good way to come up. And one of the things I realised a long time ago was that if you can make people laugh, then you can get the power through that.
Yeah.
And you make people ease, and rather than having people laugh at you, you know, you make the jokes first. That, you know, I say, oh no, a man who bought a duck the other day, you know, that sort of stuff. I've just gone, oh, goodbye. That one was a stinker. Stop laughing. And in February '92, the record company said, come out with a new album. And it was too dangerous, I felt, to try and write another album immediately after getting the Internal Excel tour, an album just completed. You know, I needed to clear my head, get refreshed, and then start again. And by the way the recording worked and the way the releases were going to work, it was going to end up that it was going to be April this year, which would have been another year and a half, nearly 2 years. So I thought, let's do the cover album. We got an album out, and there was just going to be a project that was going to come out. We were going to continue the writing, and then get the next album out. I'm very pleased with the way it's working out, and I'm glad.
All the material is already.
No, not all the material. We've got about five songs written or so. But I want to get about 90 minutes of material together, and then pick the album from that, and then use the rest on other projects.
But you haven't got a date in mind for when it's...
You're talking like a fucking record company, man.
That's the reason y'all Americans drink coffee. Come on.